successful mission if we land men on the moon.
On this day, 50 years ago, an exploration like no other launched from NASA's Kennedy Space Center in Florida.
15 seconds, guidance internal.
The first ever mission to bring man to the moon, rocketing astronauts Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin, and Michael Collins into space.
4, 3, 2, 1, all engines running. Launch commit. Liftoff, we have liftoff.
4 days later, triumph. Armstrong and Aldrin landed Apollo 11's module, the Eagle, on the moon before taking their historic steps on the lunar surface as the world watched. According to NASA, an estimated 650 million people tuned in to hear Armstrong say those now iconic words.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
The journey ended with a safe return and a hero's welcome for the three astronauts. Marking 5 decades since Apollo 11 launched into space, the spacesuit worn by Armstrong went on display to the public today for the first time in 13 years at the Smithsonian's Air and Space Museum in Washington, D.C.
The man who wore this suit brought together our nation and the world.
The U.S. Vice President and Armstrong's son among those taking part in the unveiling. The suit has been undergoing years of extensive conservation work to preserve the piece of space exploration history that showcases a collaborative effort.
These suits not only represent the astronauts who went to the surface, but represent the women who sewed the suits together by hand, the women who used the glue pots to make the seal on the suits, the individual who thought of this idea of making a communications carrier assembly mounted on a human head instead of mounted in a helmet.